What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VV Vision video. Today, we just got a solo video. Carter wasn't feeling too good, so yeah, I'm taking over for the day. But yeah, today I'm just going to be talking about Opensea versus Veve, and one main point I'm going to focus on is ease of access. We might make some future videos on that stuff, but yeah, that's going to be the focus of this video. I'm also going to talk about kind of convincing others to get into Veve. I'll touch on that at the end. We'll get into some, top gains and losses in the market today for collectibles. And then we'll also talk about, there's one other thing I can't remember right now, but oh, it's the issue with the serial killers, which isn't too bad. We'll clear through that. So I want to start by thanking all the subs, 3.63K. Let's go almost to 4K. And then shout out to all of the donators. I do want to thank you guys just because like we couldn't do all these giveaways without you. We love doing the giveaways. But yeah, our new giveaway, which will be on like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, is this common Mickey right here. Go check that video out for the details. But shout out to Utopia or Dollar Shave Club for that common Mickey, because it's like 300 or 400 gem collectible to give away. So super cool. All right. I want to start. If you guys don't know this amazing Spider-Man comic, check it out. It's going to be a major opportunity tomorrow morning, Thursday, December 30th. This video focuses more on that. So if you want to learn about that or just kind of hear my thoughts, I guess, on that, definitely check that out. But I'm going to leave this as the backdrop for the Opensea versus Veve part. So to start, I'll try to keep this quick, but in general, like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the ease of access. There's different products on Opensea versus Veve. I know they're both like NFTs, but they are different since it's kind of 2D or like JPEGs versus the 3D like AR. And then also, I know just in general, there are a lot of like different methods of going about purchasing those and stuff, but I think that's really important to compare. And I think this ease of access is super important to consider. So today is I'm going to be talking about like an experience I had, I guess. Today I found the first project I've ever seen on Opensea that I genuinely enjoyed, genuinely liked. It wasn't some copycat profile or like portrait picture 10,000 generated. It was cool. It had utility. It was nice art from an artist I like. It's like down my niche perfectly. So I wanted to buy it. It was like 20 bucks in Ethereum on Polygon or whatever. And so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I link my MetaMask, which I already set up. That's one step, is just the MetaMask, linking that to your OpenSea. And then I was trying to figure out how to buy, like just using a credit card straight to my MetaMask, how to do that. It wouldn't go through for some reason. I don't know what the issue was for that. But we'll touch on that in a little bit. So that didn't work. From there, I had to go to like Coinbase or another marketplace and then buy that cryptocurrency, transfer it to my MetaMask. And I was talking to Hunter about this. Shout out to Hunter. We'll have to get him on a live stream, but he's basically runs the Discord, super helpful, set it up and everything. So shout out to Hunter. But yeah, I was talking to him about what to do. He's kind of explaining what to do. I'm on Coinbase. I'm looking at what to buy. I see like there's a 6-day period I might have to wait after like buying it and transferring it or whatever. Sorry. And then he mentions gas, which I completely forgot about. Carter, I was also talking to Carter about this. And yeah, completely forgot about gas. And then he was like, yeah, I think gas is like 80 bucks today or something. I don't know the details of all the gas, but for this specific NFT that I was looking at, I was ideally looking to pick up like 5 to 10 of these because they're like 20 bucks a piece. I love them. Like, can't emphasize that. Love the product. And so I was thinking, okay, like 100 to 200 bucks or something, I can buy like maybe 10 or less of these. And then Hunter was saying the gas like 80 bucks. So to buy that, it would cost me 4 times the price of the product in gas. And so I ended up paying like $100 total, probably more in all of the like fees from transferring and other fees. There's just fees left and right on OpenSea in my experience. And so I'd end up paying like $100 for a $20 product, which is insane to me. And even though you could look at it as being $100, I don't know. I think that's terrible in my opinion. If you've had any experience on OpenSea, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think of OpenSea and kind of their ease of access. But after this experience, I ended up not even buying the NFT just because I didn't want to like put the money in and then be like, oh, you have to wait 6 days until you can transfer or whatever. I also didn't want to pay the gas. So uh, I decided not to. And I just want to explain basically why I'm so much more bullish on Veve now, because I spent probably like an hour or two just trying to figure out how to get the funds to buy that NFT, which I don't think it should be a 2 hour process to figure out how to get what you need to buy something. Like I just, that doesn't make sense. If you're trying to sell something, why would you make it so difficult to buy? So this is where I think Veve's ease of access comes in. It's super simple. All you have to do is literally connect a credit card, debit card, bank account. I don't know. You can attach pretty much anything, maybe even like a PayPal. And from there, you're good to spend whatever you want. There might be a limit, and it makes, putting like thousands of dollars in a day more difficult. Yes, that is something to consider, but you don't have to worry about gas fees from transactions. You might get like taxed on buying gems. There are other, I mean, you can buy gems outside of the app. I wouldn't advise it just because you have to deal with a lot of scams and all sorts of other stuff, but it's possible. And there aren't these like major gas fees. And if you buy a $20 collectible on drop from Veve, you don't have to pay 80 gems or whatever in gas fees in order to buy that collectible. You just pay the 20. And then the worst tax we have, which it doesn't even seem like anything to me now after dealing with this gas stuff, is 8.5%. If you sell something that's 10,000 gems, I think that's what, 850 gems tax, which, I mean, yeah, it's almost, a tenth of that sale, but it's compared to that gas, in my experience today, it's not really that bad. So that's what I'm thinking. And I think Veve really did this on purpose for the long term. I think they saw this issue in terms of buying, because you can have like all these people that want to buy stuff, but if it's so difficult to actually purchase it, I just don't see that being successful in the long run. And so I really think that Veve is going to win the long-term gain because of this ease of access. Because if I want to tell my parents, my like grandma or cousins, brothers, sisters, anybody, literally anybody, friends, family, anybody, to buy Opensea NFT, they're gonna have no idea how to do it unless somebody like helps them out and basically does it for them. I really don't think they'll know. There's some videos out there you can eventually figure out, but it's a very long process. Whereas if someone wants to buy something on Veve and I'm trying to tell someone about Veve, all they have to do is link up their card. It's super easy. And I think that ease of access makes it so much more appealing. I know it does personally for me. I'd love to know what you guys think in terms of how that ease of access influences your like opinion on the marketplace, or like Veve versus OpenSea, and how appealing they are. Because I don't really have an incentive to buy anything on OpenSea anymore, because I'm going to be paying more in fees than I'll be paying for the actual product. And so I'm very deterred from that marketplace now. I thought I would maybe get pulled into it today, but no, I mean, the fees are just, it's goofy. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. Veve also just makes like transferring. There's no fees to transfer a collectible. You can do it for free. Transferring gems, there's like a limit, but there's no tax on transferring them. And I understand that the main point might be, well, okay, OpenSea has, you can like edit the contracts more and get really into details, which yes, you can. If you're technical, I think that's the place to be, or whatever, if you're really into doing that stuff. But in terms of the masses, I think Veve is going to appeal to the masses. And I know that OpenSea allows for smaller artists to make, something and like post it on the app, whenever. The project I was looking into was a very small artist, or, considerably small, that made their own project, blah, blah, blah. They could do that. Veve, it's a lot more difficult. I understand that, but I think Veve will be moving towards that in the future. And I think that, if you go on Veve's website, you can like apply to basically work with them. And I think they're pretty open to a lot of stuff. If you have a product that they think they can make money on, I'm sure they will take it. So I think we can see more of that. And I also think they realize that the next best step they need to win people over is utility. We've seen them start with this utility. We saw it for the James Bond ticket. We saw it for the Disney Golden Moments. We saw it for the serial killers, and we're expecting it for a lot of other things, including Golden Moments, like Labbits, I don't know, OG Devil Bunny, literally like Creeping Dero or whatever. There's so many things we're expecting to see possible airdrops for, or any other kind of like utility. So I think they'll be moving towards that in the future. I know we don't have a bunch right now, but the utility of being able to like use it in AR and take a picture and stuff like that, I think is enough in itself. And so I'm really interested to see where things go, but in general, I'm just more bullish on Veve after this experience today. I'd love to know what you guys think about the like Opensea versus Veve in general and the experiences you've had, because I know I probably sound like a newbie because I never use Opensea, but to me, it just seems so excessive to be able to buy something. Like, why is it such a process? So that's my thoughts on that. We can, if you want to see other content comparing OpenSea or like Recur, we are thinking about making a video on Recur. If you want to see that, let us know in the comments down below. We'll probably do a video though where it's like, both of us, not just me. But yeah, we'll talk about some of that stuff in the future. But I really wanted to focus on ease of access today because I think that's so important. And yeah, I've basically said all I need to say. But I'll get on to the issue with the serial killers real quick. The main issue was that Veve announced like the first Veve drop in 2021 was Powerpuff Girls season or series 2. The last drop will be the culmination of a 3-series run from a Veve favorite. Any guesses? Nobody was expecting serial killers. I think these hints make sense, in retrospect, but hindsight's always 2020. So I'm not going to say like, oh, this is easy to tell, but yeah. So I think a lot of people were disappointed with this serial killer drop. I think, we were expecting like maybe Boba Fett, something like that. But some people seemed really upset about this. And yeah, I thought it was interesting just because I don't know, it seems like the hype around serial killers has like died. And I think that's something Veve should possibly work on is like getting though, because I've heard like experiences from set holders for all the serial killers who never received that like golden bunny or whatever. And they were like long-term set holders. And I really think that needs to be addressed for just maintaining like future holders, because I saw somebody saying like, yeah, I never got this. I'm selling all my serial killers, blah, 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 just like really fed up with it. And I can understand because I mean, to miss out on that, well, some other people might have been able to buy it last second and get that. It would hurt. So yeah, I'm hyped for this. I talk about it in the other video, but yeah, I thought I just wanted to kind of address, I guess people were really upset about this, and I can understand because it's not ending with a bang. But I think Veve, for new users, and I'd love to know what you guys think about this too. But I think Veve in general knows how to toy with us. I think they know how to kind of get our hype going. And I think this is a perfect example of that. And I think what probably happened as a result of this is Powerpuff Girls might have pumped, or something else might have pumped that people were expecting to be this like second hint for the last drop. And overall, that's having an influence on the secondary market. That's likely resulting in more sales or, more buying and selling in the secondary market, more activity in general, which is ultimately going to yield more secondary market fees or like tax profit to Veve. So I know that's one way to look at it. We kind of talked about Veve's possible strategies in the live stream with Beyond the Fan yesterday, if you want to check that out. But yeah, I think in general, these kind of things are strategic. It definitely, I think, result like influence the secondary market. And yeah, we probably saw some pumps here or there. But I think a lot of this is just testing out the waters to see what like Twitter posts have what effect on the market or on the like community, like what drops, blah, blah. We talk about this a lot in the live stream, but I thought this was something that was, interesting to just touch on for a second, because I kind of forgot to mention that in the video I did earlier. Next, I'm just going to do this real quick, and then we will do this little blah right there. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to get into the top gains and losses for the day. I don't know why this is happening now. I was having trouble when I tried to share earlier, and now the same exact thing is happening again. So I don't know what's happening here, but this is sad because I want to share the prices. I'm going to do that quick and see if I can get it to fix. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ecomi Wiki right now. For those of you who don't know, there were some people asking about this website that I was using. It's Ecomi Wiki. Look it up, but it's basically just a resource where it shows all of the market stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and resume it when I can get it to load, because for some reason it's not working. Okay, I got it to work. So let's hope that this works out. Okay, here we go. This is Ecomi Wiki for those of you who don't know. It shows, I mean, it's got a bunch of information. Oh God, what? What is happening? Okay, I maybe this won't work. I don't know. Maybe it's under construction, or Omi the Clown is doing some updates or something. But yeah, I did see just a quick glimpse. I think Storm jumped up. Randy Chavez was talking about how like 20 secret rare storms were taken off the market. I saw Alligator Loki, I think, had some gains. The Elf Labbit had some gains, I think, a decent percentage. But yeah, I'm not sure why this isn't working. So yeah, I'm gonna not do that, I guess. Okay, so I'll just go back to this and we'll end kind of talking about convincing others, and getting into PV and stuff like that. Randy Chavez talked about this a while ago, and I just wanted to kind of give like my take on it, I guess. And yeah, overall, in terms of convincing others, I don't think I need to. I know like I know it's nice, and like in general, I guess my approach isn't really um I don't know. I feel like my approach is just more so let the person determine themselves that they're into it, rather than kind of like shill or whatever and just kind of like pepper them with all this stuff about it, which I don't know. I can get in that mode, but I generally like to just like show them, know that they're like aware of it, and then kind of see what they do. But yeah, I honestly don't feel the need to convince others. I feel like the products themselves, like I feel like they kind of do the convincing for me. Like when I say, okay, Marvel Comics #1, you can't even get one of those in real life or whatever. They're way too expensive. There's super limited editions of those in real life. You can get one on the VV app for like 200 bucks. Yeah, that's a little expensive. That's a like drastic example, but the fact that they are redoing all of these classic comics from Marvel is one thing. The collectibles, I'd show them a JPEG on Opensea and then show them something on Veve and be like, yeah, look at these products. How do these compare? Because uh, I don't know. I think Veve's products speak for themselves and do a good job. But uh, yeah, those are just a couple factors. And I like if people don't really take on to it, because I've had some people who are like, oh, you can't take your money out. You're crazy. What are you doing in the app and stuff? Like, I'm not going to join that. So my like strategy is pretty much just show someone once, maybe twice, but if they don't catch on and they're not into it the first time, I don't really pepper them. And I'm just waiting for some of these things to materialize so that maybe if they come back and go, oh yeah, whatever happened with the app you can't take money out of, and I like, I don't know, I've doubled my investment or something like that, and I can now take it out because it's officially like there's MTL. Like, I don't know. I'm waiting for those opportunities and stuff like that, just so the person kind of realizes that they might have missed out. If it's someone who I'm like really care about and really don't want to miss out, I'd probably do a little more convincing. But in general, I just kind of let Veve do the convincing for me because I think the products are great. And yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I know this is like a tangent from the other stuff I was talking about, but yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about it, because when it comes to Veve and their products, like it just does the convincing for me. Telling them, like telling somebody like they have the Disney license, that's a huge thing in itself, and the Marvel license included under that, and all of these like superheroes, and the, you know, the first NFT version of like Spider-Man is on this app, and the fact that we have all of these catalysts lined up. I don't, there's just so many things when it comes to convincing people. So not that that's like my main goal all the time, is trying to convince others to get into the app. But whenever I do mention it to other people, or someone mentions they're interested in like NFTs, and I'm kind of like sitting there like, yeah, I like want to convince them now. But yeah, that's my take. I'd love to know what you guys think. But yeah, that's really all I had for this video. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want more content like this, let us know. If you have any other video ideas, let us know what you want to see, because we're open to do really whatever you want. But yeah, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to comment, leave a comment. Love reading those. I definitely want to know your guys' opinion on the Opensea versus Veve, and also just kind of like what you think when it comes to convincing others into Veve, because I feel like that main barrier is really like the, you know, MTL. And I mean, there's ways around that. We all know that. I mean, I don't advise those. And I want to clarify, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Do your own diligence. But yeah, Thank you guys for tuning in, though. If you like the content, you want to see more of this, you can sub. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, sticking around with me, and we should see you tomorrow. And hopefully, Carter will be back. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Uh, but yeah, this is VV Vision signing out. We'll see you in the next video. Let's go.